Letter 34 of Letters from England, 1846 to 1849, by Elizabeth Davis Bancroft. Read for librivox.org into the public domain. Letter to W. D. B., London, April 19, 1848. Dear W., today I have driven down to Richmond to lunch with Mrs. Drummond, who is passing Easter holidays there. On coming home I found a letter from Mr. Bancroft from which I will make some extracts, as he has been the best source of knowledge in Paris. Then I went to Mignet, who you know is politically the friend of Thiers. He pointed out to me the condition of France, and drew for me a picture of what it was and of the damage. I begin to see the difference between France and us. Here they are accustomed to be governed. We are accustomed to govern. Here power may be seized and exercised, if exercised in a satisfactory manner. With us the foundation of power, its constitutionality and the legality of its acts, are canvassed and analyzed. Here an unpopularity is made away with by a revolution, and you know how we deal with it. Thus power, if in favour, may dare anything, and if out of favour, is a little likely to be forgiven. Our fathers had to unite the 13 States. Here they have unity enough, and run no risk but from the excess of it. My hopes are not less than they were, but all that France needs may not come at once. We were 14 years in changing our confederation into a union. Perhaps France cannot be expected to jump at once into perfect legislation or perfect forms. Crude ideas are afloat, but as to communism it is already exploded, or will be brushed away from legislative power as soon as the National Assembly meets, though the question of ameliorating the condition of the laboring class is more and more engaging the public mind. I spent an hour with Cousin, the minister of a morning. He gave me sketches of many of the leading men of these times, and I made him detail to me the scene of Louis Philippe's abdication, which took place in a manner quite different from what I had heard in London. Cousin, by the way, says that the Duc de Nemours throughout behaved exceedingly well. Thence to the Club de la Nouvelle République. Did not think much of the speaking which I heard. From the club I went to Thiers, where I found Cousin and Mignet and one or two more. Some change since I met him. A leader of opposition, then a prime minister, and now left aground by the shifting tide. Everybody has given up Louis Philippe. Everybody considers the nonsense of Louis Blanc as drawing to its close. The delegates from Paris will full half be universally acceptable. 3/4 of the provincial delegates will be moderate republicans. The people are not in a passion. They go quietly enough about their business of constructing new institutions. Ledru Rollin, Louis Blanc, and Flocon tried to lead the way to ill, but Lamartine, whose heroism passes belief and activity passes human power, won the victory over them, found himself on Sunday, and again yesterday, sustained by all Paris, and has not only conquered but conciliated them, and everybody is now firmly of opinion that the Republic will be established quietly. But while there are no difficulties from the disorderly but what can be easily overcome, the want of republican and political experience, combined with vanity and self-reliance and idealism, may throw impediments in the way of what the wisest wished, viz., 2 elected chambers and a president. End of Letter 34. Read by Sibella Denton. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, please visit librivox.org.